So as I mentioned when we started, Altium 365, we're really intending to connect this into the manufacturing domain in a real way. But there are many, many steps, and it's not just Altium that's going to kind of make that reality. There are many people in the industry that have to come together to kind of make that happening. But, you know, we kind of have this vision for what hardware design, you know, should be. I mean, today, as soon as you get out the design domain and you try and produce a board, there can be all sorts of things that can go wrong. There are a lot of problems that kind of reoccur. And the whole experience of producing hardware is one that's it's just clunky. You know, and we think that why shouldn't producing hardware be like ordering a pizza or anything like that, you know? If you know that when you finish your design, you've designed it within the constraints of your manufacturer, you understand that that thing can be built, so there's not going to be any DFM problems and things like that. Why shouldn't we have this kind of white box, lovely experience whereby I can, you know, place my order with my manufacturer and I have certainty of outcome. I know when it's going to arrive, I know what it's going to cost, and as I see that kind of whole thing evolving, you know, we kind of have that experience. So that's what I'm going to kind of show you now is maybe a glimpse into the future of what this whole experience could be like in a bit of time to come. So up here on the left, we've got this special plugin for Altium 365, which is this order plugin. I've got 3 manufacturers up there. You know, this could be any number, my favorite one, maybe 10, I could compare them. Anyone who can make my board. Just to kind of show you what you might see is that PCB&G, the entity that Lawrence mentioned that we had acquired, as you can see here, everything kind of checks out, manufacturing checks pass, supply chain availability is confirmed, facility availability is confirmed, and they can give us a date as to when this is going to arrive. So everything's looking nice and green. A couple of other suppliers in here that, for one reason or another, aren't able to deliver. But what I'm going to do now is show you, click on the order button. Now, before I do that, on the right-hand side, what you're actually going to see is effectively a view into the factory. So this whole process is just going to show you what this white boxing experience could kind of be. You know, when you like place an order on Amazon and it's shipped from their warehouse and it goes through all of those kind of processes and steps and you can see that. What that helps confirm to you is this certainty of outcome. You know that that order's progressing. It's not going to be a day before that you're due to demo this product that someone's going to come back to you and go, oh, by the way, we're missing this part. So certainty of outcome and white boxing is a really central key thing to this. And this becomes possible when we do have that kind of deeper integration with the manufacturing world. All right, so let's start this. I'm going to click on the order button. Okay, so what's happening now is Altium 365 has placed its order and the factory is actually spinning up. So what you're seeing now is we're going to go through all the different steps that would happen during a PCB kind of fabrication process and assembly. So we've got the fabrication step we've just passed, we're onto the paste, we've got this jet dispenser which is actually pasting it out. And this is really happening, these things were produced. On the left-hand side here, we've got a order status. This is kind of our pizza tracker, which is actually showing us what's going on in real time. So again, this is this whole white boxing of this experience. As we're going through each of these steps, this is building us confidence that actually what's happening is really happening, and it's what we expect to happen. So at the end of this process, we know certainty of outcome, you know, same thing. So right now we're going through QA. When we get to the bottom, we go through this. We'll end up in the shipment state. And again, you'll see that this tracker is updated, showing everything is good. So a glimpse into the future of what hardware design could and maybe, you know, should be like. We should all have this kind of simple experience.
Well, and Lee, I mean, I think it's worth noting, or maybe you could tell us, how realistic is this? Are we actively working with partners at this point other than PCB&G?
Indeed, yeah. There's actually a lot going on behind the scenes. If you talk to a lot of people, especially in the manufacturing domain, you know, they're actually quite open to this kind of a thing. You know, we all understand that there are, you know, problems and things that could be. We could deliver our customers a lot better experience than we do today.